Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 27 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2894, divisible and non-divisible sums difference. So let's read the problem statement first. You are given positive integers n and m. We have to define two integers as follows. Num1, the sum of all the integers in the range 1 to n, both inclusive, that are not divisible by m. Okay, and num2 is the sum of all the integers in the range 1 to n, both inclusive, that are divisible by m, right? And we have to return the integer num1 minus num2, right? So very simple problem, right? And here this is example number 1, n is equal to 10 and m is equal to 3. Okay, so first we are going to find the numbers which are not divisible by this m, right, from 1 to 10. Okay, so the numbers which are not divisible by m from 1 to 10 are it's nothing but 1 2 4, then 5, then 7, then 8, right? These are the numbers which are not divisible, right? And the numbers which are divisible by 3 from 1 to 10 are 3, 6 and 9. Okay, so what is the summation of these 3 and 6 and 9? Okay, it is nothing but 18. And here the summation is 1 2 4 5 7 8 and 10 also, right? 10 is inclusive, right? So it's nothing but 37. So 37 minus 18, the answer is 19. Okay, so this is our output. Okay, so there are many ways to solve this problem. So okay, so I'm going to show you total 3 approaches to solve this problem. First, let's solve this way. Okay, num1 and num2. Let's take num1 and num2 and let's solve it. Okay, so let's write approach 1 first. It's a very simple problem. Okay, so here what you need to do, create two variables, num1, okay, set it to 0, and create one more variable, num2, and also set it to 0, right? And then just run one single loop, okay, for int I starting from 1, I is less than equal to n, and here I plus plus, and here just write if your I, okay, modulus with m, okay, if it is not divisible by m completely, okay, the remainder is not equal to 0, then in that case update the num1, okay, num1 is equal to num1 plus I, as you have to update the num2, right? So here num2 plus equal to I, right? That's it. Okay, and in the end here your for loop ends, and here you have to just simply return num1 minus num2. That's it. Okay, so here in this case time complexity is of n, right? Since we are running just single loop, right? Single for loop. So see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? So this is approach 1. Okay, so in approach 2, what you are going to do, instead of taking num1 and num2, here just create one simple variable answer. Okay, answer is equal to 0, right? And we are just going to update this answer. Okay, so here what we need to do, we need to do a num1 minus num2, right? So here we have to update the value in answer. Okay, so here answer is equal to answer plus, right? And here we have to decrement the value, right? Answer. So here you have to write answer is equal to answer minus equal to I. Okay, and here simply you have to do answer. Okay, so we are just taking one only single variable, right? Now let's run it and let's see. So see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. Okay, so see, with approach 2 also we are able to pass the solution, right? So we are just taking one variable answer. Okay, now let's move to the third approach. Okay, so here in this range, okay, this is 3, right, and this is 10. Okay, so in this range, how many numbers which are divisible by 3? There are 3 numbers. Okay, so can I calculate them using this 10 divided by 3? So what is the value that I'm going to get? I'm going to get 3, right? So here what I'm getting just 3, right? So here this is nothing but your n, and here this is nothing but m. Okay, so let's say k is the number of integers, okay, number of integers which are divisible by m, okay, in this range. Okay, so k is equal to 3, right? So here I can do one thing now. Nums1 is nothing but the numbers that are, let's do one thing. First let's calculate the numbers which are divisible by m. Okay, so let's do one thing here. Let's say this is your nums 1, let's say. Okay, the numbers which are divisible by m. Okay, so first number is going to be this m. Okay, then here this m, right? 3 is going to the first number, then 2m I can say, right? So here in this case 2m is nothing but 6, right? M if you put 3, right? Then 3m. Okay, so let's say there are k numbers like this. Okay, k until k, okay, km. So here until here, right, k. right? So k is equal to n by m, you can put later on. Okay, so here if you put n by m here, so it is nothing but n, okay, until n. So right, so here just ignore this right now. So here you already know that how we calculate k is equal to n divided by m. Okay, so that is nothing but the numbers which are divisible by m completely. Okay, so here, okay, these are the numbers, let's say until k, right? So here I can also write it like this, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus until k and m common, right? Okay, and I can also write this is nothing but sum of integers. Okay, so I can write it like this, k plus 1 divided by 2 and here m. Okay, so these are the numbers which are divisible by m. Okay, the numbers which are divisible by m. Okay, now the numbers which are not divisible by m. Okay, so let's say create one variable nums2, and here total numbers. Okay, how many total numbers you have? So 1 to 10 you have numbers, right? 1 plus 2 plus okay, until n you have numbers. Okay, so in this, if I subtract this nums1 value, right, so I will get the numbers which are not divisible by m. Okay, here nums1, so this is nothing but your equation 1, and here this is nothing but your equation 2, right? Okay, so here you can also write it like this now. So here what I'm doing, here numbers divisible by m, here numbers which are not divisible by m, so that is nothing but total numbers minus nums1. Okay, so here you can also write it like this, n sum of first n numbers n by plus 1 divided by 2 minus, and here you have to update nums1. Okay, that's it, right? Okay, so this, let's say this is your equation number 2, right? This is done. Okay, so here in the problem statement it is given that nums1 minus num2. Okay, so we are actually taking this as our nums1. Okay, so let's do one thing now, let's change it to nums2. Okay, this is nums2, let's say. Okay, divisible by m, we have to take nums2 now, so let's take in nums2, and here let's change it to nums1, and here it's nums2. Okay, so now it's look good, right? For simplicity, right? Otherwise you guys will get puzzled, right? So nums1 minus num2. Okay, so now do this now. So this is my num1, okay, this equation, and this is my nums2, this equation. Okay, so now just do this, but we have to find nums1 minus nums2. Okay, so just place all these values here. So what is your value of nums1? So nums value is nothing but this n plus 1 divided by 2 minus nums2. Okay, right, this is your nums1 value, right? And what is your nums2 value? Here you can just simply write nums2, right, minus nums2. Okay, so this is nums2, right? Now I can also write it like this, n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so I haven't placed here num2 value right now yet. Okay, so I can also write it like this now, minus and this minus, so minus 2 into nums2. I can also write it like this. Now I can place this nums2 value, right? So here n plus 1 divided by 2 minus 2 into nums2 value is k into k plus 1, divided by 2 into m. Okay, so this is the value, right? K into k plus 1 divided by 2 into m, right? So this 2 is going to cancel out, right? So here you can also write it like this, n is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2 minus k into k plus 1 divided by m. Okay, so this is your formula. Okay, this is going to give your output, right? So we have to simply return this, that's it. Okay, so let's move to the approach number 3. Okay, so here first what you need to do, just remove everything. So first you have to update k as n into m. Okay, so k is nothing but the number of total numbers, okay, in this range which are divisible by m. Okay, so n by m we can write, simple, right? And then here just simply return what this formula, n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so here n into n plus 1, right, and here divided by 2. Okay, and then after that what you have, minus, and here what you have in this part, k into k minus 1 and into m, right? This is what we have, right? K into k plus 1. Okay, k plus 1 into m, right? And let's run the code and see if the any code issue. We'll try to fix that. Okay, all the test cases have been accepted, right? Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? So the time complexity for this part is going to be of 1, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand all 3 approaches, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.